Cracking back on with the junior penetration tester route. 89% through. We've only got one more Metasploit module to do, and then there's two more Privesk rooms. So, yeah, we're not far away from completing this one. So, let's get this room up. I already made my directory for it. My internet wants to be any slower. Cool. So, what have we got? Meterpreter is a Metasploit payload that supports the penetration testing process with many valuable components. Meterpreter will run on the target system and act as an agent within a command and control architecture. You'll interact with the target operating system and files and use Meterpreter's specialized commands. Meterpreter has many versions that will provide different functionalities based on the target system. How does it work? It runs on the target system but is not installed on it. It runs in memory and does not write itself to disk on the target. This feature aims to avoid being detected during antivirus scans. By default, most antivirus will scan new files on the disk, like when you download a file from the internet, but because Meterpreter runs in memory, to avoid having a file that has to be written to the disk on the target system, this way Meterpreter will be seen as a process and not have a file on the target system. It also aims to avoid being detected by network-based ISPs and IDSs by using encrypted communications with the server where Metasploit runs. Typically, this is your attack machine. If the target organization does not decrypt and inspect encrypted traffic coming to and out of the local network, IPS and IDS solutions will not be able to detect its activities. While Meterpreter is recognized by major antivirus software, this feature provides some degree of stealth. The example below shows a target Windows machine exploited using the MS-17 vulnerability. That's what we did in the last room. You'll see Meterpreter is running with the process ID of 1304. This will be different in your case, but we've used the getPID command, which returns the process ID with which Meterpreter is running. Process ID is used by the operating system to identify the running processes, and the processes running in Linux and Windows will have to be a unique ID. This number is used to interact with the process when the need arises.
Herder of Cat says,
Hey MSEC, hey everyone.
Hey,
Vulcan
just the
salute.
guy.
Cool face.
Happy Friday. So if we list the processes running on the target system using ps command, if we see the PID 1304, is spool SV and not Meterpreter, as one might expect. Even if we were to go a step further and look at the DLLs used by Meterpreter, we still wouldn't find anything jumping out at us, no Meterpreter DLL.
Happy Friday to you too and everyone else around here.
So techniques and tools can be used to detect Meterpreter are beyond the scope of the room. Section aims to show you how stealthy it is when running. Remember that most antivirus software will detect it. It's also worth noting that Meterpreter will establish an encrypted TLS communication channel with the attacker's system. I don't think this room's going to be that hard, is it? It's just going to be your theory. I should have done it was it yesterday or the day before?
Good thing it's not another stream taken over by Kirby.
Nightbot says,
That's coming up
You
next.
can change your TDS voice here. Weblink.
Herder of Cat says,
Yesterday.
Lottykins says,
Hey, it just take you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Happy Friday.
Happy
Herder
Friday.
of Cat says,
Hey at Lottykins.
So as discussed in the previous Metasploit rooms linked below, Metasploit payloads can be individually divided into two categories: inline, also called single, and staged. As you remember, staged payloads are sent to the target in two steps. The initial part is installed, the stager, and requests the rest of the payload. This allows for a smaller initial payload size. The inline payload are sent with a single step. Meterpreter payloads are also divided into staged and inline versions, However, Meterpreter has a wide range of different versions you can choose from based on your target system. The easiest way to have an idea about available Meterpreter versions would be to list them using MSF Venom, as seen below. We've used the MSF Venom list payloads
Nightbot
command.
says,
8 subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15
Shut
and
up,
unlock
Nightbot.
new emote slots. Use those Prime subs if you have them.
So we've used that command and grepped Meterpreter payloads, adding grep Meterpreter to the command line. I'll save a copy of that. So we can see which payloads are Meterpreter payloads. This list will show the Meterpreter versions available for the following platforms. Your decision on which version of Meterpreter to use will be mostly based on 3 factors. Target operating system. This is the target operating system, Linux or Windows, or is it a Mac device? Is it an Android phone? Components available on the target system, i.e. is Python installed, is there a PHP website? And then network connection types you can have with the target system. Do they allow raw TCP? Can you only have a HTTPS reverse connection? Are IPv6 addresses not as closely monitored as IPv4? Etc. If you're not using Meterpreter as a standalone payload generated by MSF Venom, your choice may also be limited by the exploit. You will notice some exploits will have a default Meterpreter payload, as you can see in the examples below with the MS17010 Eternal Blue exploit. You can also list... We're going to actually run these.
Herder of Cats says,
I'll be on my way to do an easy box on THM very soon. P.S. Nightbot is constantly interrupting you thou.
Yeah, I'm going to turn it off. Or ban it. Stupid thing. It's set on like a half-hour timer, so it's like every half hour it will just spam. Right, so if we use Eternal Blue... Oh, I've got to do MSF console again. Let's get you up and running. So we can use that, which sets up the exploit. You can list the available payloads using show payloads. So bloop. Like VNC inject. Interpreter bind shells. SSH. TCP bind shell reverse load library message box. So commands, this is what I wanted to look at because this is what was a bit unclear in the last room. So by adding help to any Meterpreter session shown by Meterpreter at the prompt, we can list all the available commands. Every version of Meterpreter will have different command options, so running the help command is always a good idea. Commands are built-in tools available on Meterpreter. They will run on the target system without loading any additional script or executables. Meterpreter will provide you with 3 primary categories of tool: a built-in command, Meterpreter tools, and Meterpreter scripts. If you run the help command, you'll see Meterpreter commands are listed under the different categories: core commands, file system, networking, system, user interface, webcam, audio, elevate, password database, timestamp commands. This list was taken from the output of the help command on the Windows version of Meterpreter. These will be different for other versions. The core commands will be helpful to navigate and interact with the target system. Below are some of the most commonly used. Remember to check all available commands running the help command once a Meterpreter session has started. So we've got backgrounding, terminate, GUID, information about a post module, an interactive Ruby shell, load one or more extensions, migrate to another process, execute the Meterpreter script on post module, quickly switch session. So we can do cd, ls, dir also works, print working directory, edit, cat, rm, or delete, search files, upload files, download files. We can display the ARP addresses, ipconfig, netstat, port forward, routing. We can clear the event logs, execute a command, get the PID, get the UID, kill the process, kill a process by name, list the running processes, reboot the machine, drop a shell, or drop into a system command shell, shut it down, get the system information. Other commands, these will be listed under different menu categories. In the help menu, you can do idle time, key scan dump, key scan start. I think these were the ones that aren't always listed because this is what we had on the other. So this can go in my notes.
Why didn't you finish this yesterday again? Was the Kirby temptation too much for you to handle? It was
No,
Kirby, wasn't it?
I didn't do Kirby. It was because it was too late. It was about coming up to midnight here, so it's like very quickly approaching bedtime for me. So yeah, I threw in the towel and then had work the next day, which was always fun. Let's stick all of those in there as well. Why not? Why not? This is where Lottie turns around and says, "Yeah, but you didn't go to bed. You stayed up all night, you dick." Okay, so got an output of all of the commands.
Same here. Otherwise, I would have done another box. But I watched Gar and Al. Learned a lot of new things. Very pleased with that.
Yeah, I jumped into Al's stream, I think, afterwards. Cool, then post-exploitation. Let's get an explainer of this. So, this provides you with many useful commands that facilitate the post-exploitation phase. This command help gives you a command of all the available. Yeah, we've already done that one. So is this just explaining each one in turn? So help list them out. Get UID. This is basically just explaining what these do, isn't it? Get UID displays the session GUI. So this will display the user. No, these are different. There it is. Shows the user that Meterpreter is running as. This will give you an idea of the possible privilege level. Are you an admin or a regular user? The PS command will list running processes. Migrate will migrate to another process to help Meterpreter interact with. For example, if you see a word processor running, you can migrate to it and start capturing keystrokes sent by the user to this process. So you have to be in the process to capture the keystrokes within that process. You can't just do it anywhere. Is that right? Some Meterpreter versions will offer the key scan start, key scan stop, and key scan dump command to make it act like a keylogger. Migrating to another process may also help you to have a more stable session. Migrate to any process you need to type the migrate
You lost
command.
me, person shrugging.
Have I? This it's only going through the different things. So if you do PS, it's going to list out all the Windows processes. So basically, because Meterpreter's running within the memory of the machine, it's sitting somewhere within one of these processes. And then if you do the what was it, migrate? If you do migrate, you can change to a different process. So if you see a process that's running, say...
PSO is what I use.
PS, yeah, but that's in Linux, isn't it? This would be specific to Meterpreter. So PS, we'll do it here. Whereas PS orcs is
Oh. Okay.
pretty sure that's right. Pass orcs. Why did I type that? So here we go. So we can do. If we go to the man page, AUX shows the processes for all users.
Migrate is good as you find Explorer or any other process like that. Vital process.
Mm-hmm. So it selects all processes. What is this one? Show only yourself. So AUX show all users. Display the processes the user or owner. Also show processes not attached to a terminal. Yeah, that's specific to Linux, I think. I don't know, it might work in Meterpreter, but I don't think it does. Then hash dump, yeah, we used that in the last room. List the content of the SAM database. While it's not mathematically possible to crack these hashes, you may still discover clear text passwords using an online NTLM database or a rainbow table. These hashes can also be used in Pash the Hash attacks to authenticate to other systems that these users can access the same network.
We can try. I never liked Meterpreter.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of. Well, when we were doing it yesterday, it seems a bit less intuitive than say just like a normal reverse shell. I'd much rather type find than search because then it's the same concepts as you'd have on a Linux box.
It is very unintuitive.
Hmm.
But it gets the job done.
Yeah, so you got to learn like new syntax. So you got to search as the find file flag, and then you can search for a file name. So the shell command will launch a regular command line on the target system. Pressing Ctrl Z will let you go back to Meterpreter shell. Cool. Oh, here we go. This is more like it. So we've got a challenge at the end. Let's start the box. $201 days streak, by the way. Whee! Right, so while that starts, let's see what we've got. So Meterpreter will provide several important post-exploitation tools. The commands mentioned previously, such as get system and hash dump, provide important leverage and information for privileged escalation and lateral movement. Meterpreter is also a good base you can use to run post-exploitation modules available on the Metasploit framework. Finally, you can use the load command to leverage additional tools such as Kiwi or even the whole Python language. So load Python. Save that as well. Oh, you can actually do an execute as well. Python, the Kiwi. So the post-exploitation phase will have several goals. Meterpreter has functions that can assist all of them. We can do further information gathering, looking for interesting files, user credentials, additional network interfaces, and Interesting information. You can do privilege escalation and lateral movement. Once any additional tool is loaded using the load command, you can see new options on the help menu. The example below shows commands added for the Kiwi module. Oh.
Can you please insert the link to this box here in the chat so I can look at it on my end too? I'm unsure if I completed this one.
Sec says, web link.
It's a sub room, so if you're not subbed, you won't see it. Or you could see it, you just won't be able to get in it. But
Herder of Cat says,
thank you. Folded hands.
no worries. Yeah, I was wondering why some of the help options weren't showing in the last one, but it only shows when you've loaded the module, which now makes sense. So these will change according to the loaded menu that you've loaded, whatever module it is. The question below will help you have a better understanding of how Meterpreter can be used in post-exploitation. You can use the credentials below to simulate an initial compromise over SMB using the exploit Windows PSXX. So, where's my box?
I am subbed. Also have a 6 months THM voucher from GAR. Purple
Oh,
heart.
nice. Yeah, same actually. That's how I got mine. Was another 6-month sub from GAR. Let's give him a shout out. Well, he's not here. Oh, we've done it wrong. _7.
I can't believe you accomplished that, High Cat. Thank you for this sub. You didn't have to do that. But wow. I can't believe I choked that. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about that. Wow. Bobster, congratulations. Let's get you that sub. That's it. High Cat. That was impressive work, man. That was the most SE.
SE rigged. That's what that was. Mega rigged. Yeah, no, big love for for Gar7. He's an absolute legend. Right, so what's this got? Show options. No. What the fuck? Show options helps if I type it all. Set L host to 10.9.12.198. And we want our R host, so set R hosts 10.10.91.19.
Herder of Cat says,
I always say rigged. I know it wasn't, but it's too funny to hold back on this.
I like the blue shell when everyone's doing boosts on that racetrack. So like everyone's doing exclamation mark boost. But yeah, the secret is to blue shell the leader, and then you can take first place. So we've set our R host. What else we've got to set up? Nothing. We might as well do the user password. So set SMB user.
Herder of Cat says,
Actually, boost works if it's not disabled.
Does it actually?
GAR disabled it.
I've never actually set up marbles on stream, but it does look funny. I think there was one Al did yesterday that had like 300 people in it. It's just like balls everywhere. So it must be quite cool to have like hundreds of thousands of people in there. Alright, let's run.
Yeah, but I think L didn't. Pretty sure Tibbs also disabled it.
Yeah. I still need to come up with something I want to do some giveaways on here, but I want to do something that isn't marbles. I was looking at like So like you've got like generic things like on some of the bots, like Nightbot will do like a giveaway thing where you just get people to type a specific word, but that's boring as hell.
Yeah, Al averages about 200 to 250 people per stream.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just need to come up with something good that's not marbles, still chat related, and has like some element of randomness. And yeah, they're few and far between. I might end up just like making my own game, just because I could.
Sometimes over 300.
Yeah, yeah, I could code that on stream, like actually code the game, and then get people to play it, and then whoever wins gets a try hack me sub or something. That'd be quite cool.
I'm sure you'll figure something out. Just don't involve Kirby.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could make like a parody of Kirby. It's like one of the characters or something, so that Nintendo don't sue me. So what is the computer name? So we're going to say, let's do sysinfo so we can get the computer name.
Pirate Software has that weird ferret game which is very soothing actually.
Ferret game. Someone suggested Among Us the other day, but that's a really good idea because you've got to whittle the group down to one. The only problem is that you need to interact with those people to play it. So I basically, like, if I pulled everyone onto a Discord to play, that'd be amazing. But if any one of them decides to commit a hate crime while on stream, then that's
He
like
actually
game
coded the
over.
game on stream, I think.
Ah. Yeah, no, Among Us would be amazing because you could actually like social engineer everyone, and like whoever manages to succeed in that game.
You know Pirate Software?
I know how to pirate software. Har har har. Who forgot pirate software? I probably know some of their games.
It's a streamer.
Oh well, then no.
Here on
Ferret
Twitch.
Scoundrels, is that it? Open world pirate game.
He goes by Thor.
Ah.
And has this awesome voice.
I guess this is the right one. Is this it? Ferret Scoundrels? Or is that something totally different? I don't know. Probably. Pirate software.
Whenever you log into his stream, you get a ferret with your name in the background and you can control it.
Oh, that's cool. Something like that's quite easy to do because you just like code the character. I'm assuming it's like a web-based client or something. You just give everyone control, like kind of like Agar.io. Like you actually have the game running, and then you've just got like a listener to all the states of those players, and just have it as like an overlay. Yeah, something like that would be quite easy to do. What's the target domain? Let's go to my list. So where can we see domain information? Next up, I guess. Oh no, there you go. It's literally listed there. No, not NetStat. Yay. Right, so what's the name of the share likely created by the user? How do we list the shares?
He literally codes the game during the stream, but it's lots of discussing and very cool and chill stream. The soundtracks in the background are also very nice and relaxing. He created those too, so he has copyrights.
Oh, nice. Oh, it just reminded me actually, I don't have music playing. Yes. These are all copyright free, so I don't have to pay either. Although I keep getting, there's like one Doom cover that someone claimed the other day, and it was like, it wasn't even the same like remix. It just had the Doom theme, so they were claiming it because it had the Doom theme. But it's like, you don't own the Doom theme. You own your remix. That's where your copyright ends. So some tosspots on YouTube. How do we... Right, let's take a hint for this one. What's the... Oh, so we do actually just have to do the enumeration. You will need to background Meterpreter first and set the session parameter.
Yeah. Lots of bossy possessive people. All very entitled.
Oh no, this is just like content ID. So content ID flags the video that you've got, and it literally says, "I'm claiming this because it sounds like this thing," and it's like you don't even own the thing. Like I had one. There was a Metroid cover. So someone like made a cover of Metroid that sounded amazing, like all the instruments that they'd done. And the thing that it got claimed by was someone literally just humming the theme, like humming it. I was just like, how does that end up on YouTube Content ID? Like,
Al has that. WTF.
let me see if I find it, because it's probably still being claimed.
Exactly.
Is that the one? It's in dispute still. Yeah, this is it. So this lit. So V Scar Fest och Dana Med Dig content found .NET user. So it's who's that playing it in the background? The guy that does the what's it called? Like the acapellas. So that's released under a Creative Commons license, but because it's got the Zelda 2 theme tune, this guy is humming the theme tune. And if you Google this guy, this is the song. What the fuck? This sounds nothing like it. Oh, it sounds like the tune, but they don't own the tune.
Nightbot says,
You can change your TDS voice
Anyway,
here.
I thought that was funny. It's like someone's actually registered that and put content ID against it. Right, let's do. So we got a background. Was it Control Z? Yes. So now we're back in MSF console. So then we can use.
Herder of Cat says,
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, YouTube is just awful, man. It's like the the worst place to get any content out because they can just like claim it, and then you can't do anything with that for 30 days, like unless they are nice and kind and rationally give you release the claim that they've
Nightbot
got.
says,
8 subscribers to go until we reach the goal of 15 and unlock new emote slots. Use those Prime subs if you have them.
Yeah, but they never do. It's just like you just never ever see them release the claim. They let it run out of time because they only got from when you dispute it, they get 30 days to actually take you to court effectively. And if you run that clock to zero and you haven't gone to court, then they run out of time to prosecute, or not prosecute, but like to make a claim. So essentially, you just
Herder of Cats says,
YouTube has an AI and that basically takes over.
yeah, but it's so shit. It just doesn't do any good job at all. And then some of those claims, like I said, they'll just let the clock run out because for those 30 days they can sit there and collect revenue, and it's only when the claim gets denied that you would get your revenue back. And like, I don't even have enough subscribers to make money on it myself yet. So like, I've got another 800 subs to go. And yet whoever made the claim against my video can make money on it. It's like, so it's just shit. So the session, set the session, I guess it's just session 1. Yeah. Run. Following shares were found. What is the name of the share likely created by the user? Speedster. Cool. I like this, that you can just hop back and forth between the session. What is the NTLM hash of J Chambers user? So we can, how do we go back to the thing? Go.
I'm sure that there's already a very organized group, probably several, that live off of such claims.
Yeah, that's it. Because I mean, I'm quite diligent with mine. I like make sure that all the claims get disputed. I mean, if I can dispute them, and then because ultimately I want like copyright ownership of all of my things and not let anyone else claim them. But yeah, if you just didn't do that and just ignored any claims coming through, yeah, if you had enough subscribers to monetize, then someone's just taking your money for nothing. If you wanted to troll that and just automate the process to like claim everything in existence, you haven't got to do that many to be successful. So how do we change the session?
This is basically a loophole in the entire process.
Yeah, the DMCA is just screwed anyway. They need to completely redo it from scratch, but they won't. That isn't going to happen ever, I don't think. Session I, that was it. Session -I1. Yeah. So let's load Kiwi. And then so with Kiwi we can dump the creds all. So oh, we can do LSA dump Sam. There we go. I thought we'd have an account for J Chambers. Let's try secret send. Music stopped. What's the hint for this one? You'll need to migrate to the LSASS-EXE process first, then use hashdump. Gotcha. So that's PS. We want the LSASS. There it is. So PID 776. So migrate 776. That's completed, and then we can do, I guess we can do Kiwi again. So if we do the dump sound, no, it still doesn't work. So hash dump. Why does that work and not Kiwi? I don't get that. We'll let you dump the Kerberos token out. That's pretty bad. So J chambers. There we go. What's the clear text password of the J chambers user? So crack station. Time for you to crack stuff for me. Come on, give me the capture. There you go. Trust no one. Where is the secrets txt file located? Search duck f. Is it secrets.txt?
You're dropping frames heavily.
Am I? It's looking alright at my end. Yeah, I don't have any dropped frames on OBS. Strange. Maybe Twitch is having a mad one. Just taking its sweet time.
At least 3 times really heavily in the last 5 minutes. Even now.
Really? My bitrate's steady. I've got... Yeah, I don't have any drop frames at all. See if I can up the bitrate, see if that makes any difference. Okay, give you an extra meg. There we go, we found a secret. How's that incorrect? Let's see. Can use any of these commands. Search F secret. Yeah, that's what I did. We found it. Now you just have to accept my answer. What the fuck? C program files. Maybe it doesn't like the x86 bit. Windows. What the fuck? That's literally it. Maybe it doesn't want that on it. Oh yeah, there you go. Fucking damn, that should have multiple answers.
Now you're back.
Yeah, we're good now? What is the Twitter password revealed in the secrets TXT file? So, if we download it. Or we can just cut it out actually. Or not. Let's try to put it in quotes. There we go. My Twitter password is that. Where is the real secret.txt file located? Real secret. Assuming this is the same. You can use any of these commands. Yeah, okay. Just gotta wait for it. How much do you want to bet it just wants that bit again? Yeah. What is the real secret? The Flash is the fastest man alive. My cursor is the shittiest thing on this computer. There we go. Way.
I'm out cause I need to get my flag before midnight so I can continue my streak, and I really want to finish this chill hack box today.
Yeah, no worries, dude. Don't let me keep you. So, yeah, good luck with your room. And thanks for popping in.
Take care. See you around. Vulcan salute. Cool face.
Hey, so we got a badge. I was hoping it would show me the badge, maybe not. Put it on my profile. Yeah, cool, it's on my public profile. Sweet. So let's go back. What's next? Dash. Two Privesk. So we've got Linux Privesk and Windows Privesk.